Hey everyone, my name is Delavo and I'm a host here at the Dodo, the #1 media brand for animals. I'm so excited to be co-hosting our first virtual Best Dog Day ever with none other than my co-host Cooper. With everything that 2020 has brought us, I think we can all agree that the best part so far is spending more time with our dogs. So here at the Dodo, we teamed up with Resolve, the #1 carpet cleaning brand, to say thank you to our best friends by giving pet parents all the tools they need to give their dogs the best day ever, even while being stuck at home. We've also partnered up with Paws New York, a nonprofit organization whose mission is to help seniors and other individuals who are at risk of losing their pets. You can help make a difference by donating to Paws directly through the link below. Today, you'll hear from our friends of the Dodo about how to celebrate your dog from our own living room with special segments that will teach you how to treat, play, and pamper your pup. And we've also asked you to submit photos and videos of your dogs having the best day ever. We'll surprise you with these fun moments throughout the event, so be on the lookout for your pup's 15 seconds of fame. Oh, and while you're enjoying the fun, it's always a good idea to keep some Resolve around. They're one of the experts in pet messes for a reason. So let's get this party started with Paige and her two best friends, Charlie and Sawyer, and see what kind of tasty treats they're preparing. Welcome to Best Dog Day Ever.
Thanks, Dolapo. We're very excited to be here today. My name is Paige, and these are my two dogs, Charlie and Sawyer, better known as Puppy Named Charlie on social media. Today, Charlie, Sawyer, and I will be making no-bake dog treats using some of their favorite ingredients. These are easy, fun treats to make without an oven, and they only take a few minutes. Nothing beats homemade dog treats. So I always like to involve Charlie and Sawyer in the process. A fun thing to do is just to set aside a few bowls like this. Think of it like an ice cream sundae bar for your pups, and that way they can sniff their way around and choose their favorite ingredients. So today we'll be choosing from fresh pureed pumpkin, rolled oats, peanut butter, bananas, shredded carrots, blueberries, carob chips, and apples. You guys want to test out some of the ingredients? Come see. Let's see. Charlie, you want a carob chip? Oh, no? How about apples? Okay. Sawyer, do you want to test out an ingredient? Let's see. We're going to have peanut butter. What do you want to add to the peanut butter? Do you want to add some apples? Yes, Sawyer loves apples. They're really crunchy. Do you want a carob chip to yours? Yeah? Okay, so we'll do apples and carob chips. What do you think, Charlie? Apples and carob chips it is. So we have to use the pumpkin and the peanut butter in this recipe. If you can't have peanut butter, then you can always replace it with a sunflower butter if you're allergic or if you prefer a different type of nut butter. Now that Charlie and Sawyer have chosen their ingredients and made their big decision of what's going to go into these treats, let's dive into the recipe. So you're going to need an electric mixer with a paddle attachment, and you're going to take a cup of the pumpkin, a 1/4 cup of the peanut butter, a 1/4 cup of milk, and then you're going to start mixing that together while also incorporating 2½ cups of the dried oats. You want to put it on a very low speed and slowly start to add the oats to that. And you want to mix it for about 1 to 2 minutes. And if you see it's a little dry, you can add more of your wet ingredients. If you see it's a little wet, you can add more oats. This looks perfect. You guys excited? Yeah, look what's in there. Okay, this looks great. So I'm gonna turn off the mixer. And then I'm gonna take a cookie scoop. I'm gonna roll the mixture into 1 1/4 to 1 1/2 inch balls, forming about 20 of them. And what I'm gonna do is take these out and then add the ingredients that Charlie and Sawyer chose to add in. So you wanna start with apple? Okay, let's roll in some of the apple and just form some balls and then put it on your cookie sheet. And then the next one is gonna have carrot chips. Look at that. You're so lucky. Sawyer loves pumpkin so much. Pumpkin is actually really good for a dog's digestion, so it's great to put it in this recipe. Okay, so then when you make all of your balls, you're gonna cover them and place them in the refrigerator until they're firm for about an hour, and then they'll look like this. And you can feed them to your dogs. You wanna try one? Here. She loves it. Charlie, you wanna try one? Come here. Come. Here. Oh, Charlie, Sawyer's gonna eat the whole plate. They absolutely love these, so it's definitely a hit in this house. I knew that this recipe would be great for them because it has all of their favorite healthy foods. It's always fun to see what kind of healthy foods you can add into the mix, literally. I hope your dog enjoys them as well, just as much as mine. We'll probably have to make more now because you finished all of them, huh? Anyway, now back to you, Delapo, for more fun.
Thanks, Paige. OMG, Cooper's mouth is watering after watching that. Looks like he definitely wants to try one of those. Let's take a quick look at some adorable photos and videos of your pups at home, having the best dog day ever. That was so adorable. Now that we've treated our pups, let's get serious with some playful training tips from expert trainer Sarah Carson and her super colleagues.
Thanks, Delapo. Happy best dog day ever. We are so happy to be a part of this day and teach you a few ways to turn training into playtime. My name is Sarah Carson. You might recognize me from America's Got Talent. My dogs and I were finalists and continue to teach dog owners around the world the importance of trick training. Mental and physical stimulation is so important for a dog to have a happy and healthy life. Today, we'll be teaching you how to train your pup how to take a bow, put their toys away, and pose for a photo. The first trick is take a bow. This trick can be used for several different things. If you're doing yoga, you can cue your dog to do a downward dog. If you're involved in therapy dog programs, this trick can also bring smiles to anyone's face. Most dogs can also pick this trick up in just a few short sessions. You ready? Okay, come on. Good boy. So the first step is to take a treat and place it at your dog's nose. You're gonna then bring it down to your dog's chest. Oh, good boy. Good job. Yes, good. Good job. Yes, good boy. Reward your dog when their elbows touch the ground. Don't reward too late, especially if your dog lays down. If your dog keeps backing up, you can teach this in front of a wall. Can we do it again? Go, go, go. Ready, finish. Yes, good boy, finish. Yes, good job, buddy. All right, let's go get another dog so we can teach you another trick. Ready? Come on. Go, go, go. We're here. Good boy, ready? Here. Go. Whoops. Looks like Hero had an accident. That can happen when dogs have too much water. Come here. Go lay down. Good, down, stay. We'll clean that up with some Resolve Pet Expert stain and odor remover that cleans pet messes like this the first time and eliminates pet odor. While we wait for that to soak, we'll show you how to teach your dog to put their toys away after playtime. You keep up? Good boy. Right, we got some toys. Good, sit. Perfect. This is definitely one of my favorite tricks to teach, especially since my collies have a ton of dog toys and they tend to leave them everywhere. Being able to have them clean them up is super helpful, but also very impressive. We're gonna start with this large box and hand the toy to the dog. Wait for him to drop it and reward him. Yes, good boy, perfect. Oh my goodness, sit. As you practice this, continue to reward for grabbing and dropping the toy. Yes, good boy, Hero. We're gonna start building some distance and add a verbal cue. Good boy, ready? Oh, get it. Out, yes, good boy. Good boy, that was perfect. That was perfect. All right, I'm gonna grab you guys another dog and do our last trick. You really like the toys, good boy. Come on, Hero. Yeah, bud. Greedy, ready? Our last trick is posing for a photo. This trick is probably one of my favorites to use for photos. It helps build the dog's upper body strength and will honestly make anyone say, aw. First, we're gonna have our dog sit next to us and lure their paws onto your arm. You can do this with a treat or by asking for a paw and then using a treat. Good job. Good. One more time. Yeah, good boy, Groody. Once you have them putting their paws on your arm consistently, you can move on to the next step. So next is the hardest part. We're gonna use a treat to slowly bring it between their paws and reward them for any slight position changes. Good boy, Groody. Yes, good job. We're gonna do this until the dog's head is between their paws. Yes, good boy, Groot. So you're gonna gradually move your hands down. Yes, good. And add a verbal cue once your dog has been successful. Perfect, good boy, baby Groot. Good job. Here, good boy, lie down. Good job. Now let's check out how that Resolve Pet Expert Spot and Stain Remover did, cleaning up the mess that Hero made earlier. Wow, it looks great after using Resolve. Now that your dog has learned these 3 tricks, you can have so much fun mastering these activities and enjoying hours of special bonding time together. Enjoy the rest of your best dog day ever. Thanks for having us. Now we'll head back to Delapo and Cooper in New York. Okay, good boy, Groody. Good job.
Thanks, Sarah. That was so much fun. Also, good call to keep Resolve on hand during playtime. You never know when you'll need to clean up a mess. Cooper, are you wondering how everyone at home is enjoying the best dog day ever? Let's take another look at your happy dogs at home. It's so fun to see all of you guys having a great time too. Now that we've learned a new treat recipe and watched Sarah show us how to make training more playful, it's time to pamper our besties. Let's go to Dr. Tu for some extra tips to give us pups some extra special TLC.
Hello, my name is Dr. Andrea Tu, and I am the Medical Director of Behavior Vets in New York City. Now that we've discussed how to fill your pup's stomach with yummy treats and engage their brains with play, let's wind down your dog's best day ever with some pampering. Now, when we think of pampering, of course, the first thing that comes to mind for us is a nice spa day. However, most dog owners know that, unlike their human parents, our fur kids do not get the same enjoyment from a bubble bath, and good luck with them trying to get relaxation from a mani-pedi. Remember, when we talk about pampering our dogs, the most important thing is to keep our dog's needs and desires first and foremost, as it's their best day ever and not our best day ever. An easy way to know if a dog is enjoying something is to read their body language, as this is their primary way of communicating with us. It's important to recognize body language signs that indicate a relaxed dog as well as a stressed dog, as this will help guide your actions as you go about pampering your pet. To help us with this important task, I have with me a really special guest, my friend Bob. As you know, we are here today to help support Paws New York, an organization that helps people by helping pets. Us medical professionals know that the human-animal bond can improve both the psychological and physiological health of both the human and the pet. And so Paws New York ensures a dog like Bob can stay at home with vulnerable individuals like his owner by providing supportive services such as walks and other supplemental programs for eligible Paws clients, including things like access to food and veterinary care. This in turn allows Bob to do what he does best, which is to help his elderly owner stay happy and healthy. Of course, that's a tough job, so Bob, more than anyone, deserves some pampering. Don't worry, Bob, we'll get to that in a minute. Right now, Bob seems pretty happy as he's demonstrating a lot of relaxed, calm body language. We can see that the muscles on his face and body are nice and loose. Notice that the eyes are almond-shaped and soft with normal-shaped pupils, and that the lips are long and the muscles around his mouth are relaxed. Ears are also key in canine communication, and you will also notice that Bob's ears are in a neutral position. They are up and they're facing forward. It can be a little bit hard to see on a dog with floppy ears like Bob, but what you're going to look for is the base of their ears and where that is positioned. Finally, if he were standing up for us, you can see that his tail is at about the same level as the line of his back, indicating that he is relaxed. Now, if Bob here wasn't enjoying his 15 minutes of fame, you might see some body language signs that are consistent with stress and anxiety. One of the earliest signs of fear and anxiety in dogs is actually yawning and air licking. If you notice your dog is licking his lips or yawning when it's not time for a meal or time for bed, it could mean that he's not entirely comfortable at the moment. Stressed dogs may display a taut facial muscles and may wrinkle their brows just like we do when we're stressed. Their eyes might be wide with either a prolonged stare or he might be avoiding eye contact, and their pupils might be dilated. The lips are often puckered and short, and you may notice that the corners of his lips are very tight. Of course, if he were stressed enough, he may even snarl or lift his lips. Ears can be pinned flat back against the head, and the tail is either tucked tightly between the legs or held really high above the line of his back. Now, one really important thing to remember about tails is that a wagging tail does not always mean happiness. It simply means your dog is in an aroused state, but it does not mean he is in a positive state of mind, so don't be fooled. Now, if you see any of these signs of stress and anxiety, it's probably best to give your dog a break. Now that we know how to distinguish between a stressed dog and a relaxed dog, we also need to know how to ask a pup like Bob whether they would like to interact. Remember, Just like us, our dog's emotional state can change by the day, the hour, and the minute, and we should make sure that our pup is ready to engage with us and to continue engaging with us. To do this, we can perform something called a consent test, and this is really easy. We simply reach over and caress our dogs for just a few seconds, just like what I'm doing with Bob. After a few seconds, however, I want you to take a pause and move your hand slightly off your pup. Look to see if he then in turn leans back in for more petting. If so, then he's given you his consent to continue. Once we know that our pups are interested in engaging, that's when the pampering begins. And I know this is the part you're looking forward to, Bob. While they may not enjoy a mani-pedi, many dogs do like massages. And to best encourage relaxation, we can utilize a few acupressure points on their head. The first acupressure point is known as Bai Hui, and it's also referred to as GV20. This point is located right along midline at the top of the skull. You can find it by feeling for the highest point at the top of their heads, between their ears, and then you gently run your fingers forward until you feel it drop off ever so slightly. Where that drop off is GV20. And what you'll want to do is to rub firmly there in a circular motion to help your dog feel calm and relaxed. Yin Tang is another point that you can use, and that's located right between your dog's eyes, maybe just a little bit above the line of his eyes. Think about if your dog had a third eye, that's where that would be. Again, you want to rub this point firmly with either 1 or 2 fingers, and that can help reduce your dog's anxiety. Now, it's important to remember the relaxed dog body language signs that we discussed earlier, and make sure that your dog is continuing to enjoy this process, as some dogs might not be comfortable with being touched at these points. Work your way up slowly, watch for those signs that your dog is enjoying it, and only apply pressure as your dog will allow for it. Remember to always take breaks if he's showing signs of stress and anxiety. Some dogs may love this from the get-go, while others will take a few sessions to truly get used to it. Acupressure can convey a lot of benefits for our veterinary patients, but remember, if your pup is acting anxious or ill, it's always a good sign to take him to your veterinarian first for a full physical exam to rule out any illnesses that might be causing discomfort. Take your time, and if your pup is one that needs a few sessions to be comfortable with this, there's really nothing wrong with extending the best dog day ever into something longer, because let's face it, your dog deserves more than just a day, so why not pamper him a little every single day? Now that your dog is nice and relaxed for the rest of the best dog day ever, you can use this technique as often as you'd like. Thank you for having us, and one more time, here's Dolapo and Cooper.
Thanks, Dr. Tu. That was so informative and easy. My co-host loves it. See, he's already ready to fall asleep. I guess that's my cue to wrap up Best Dog Day Ever and let this guy have his beauty sleep. Don't forget to sign up for a chance to win the Best Dog Day Ever box presented by Resolve. The sweepstakes closes tonight at 12 a.m. Pacific. There are a lot of goodies like a Kong toy, a Yeti dog bowl, treats, and a Wild One leash, and of course, the Resolve Pet Expert. I hope everyone had a great time sharing their day with our dogs. Hopefully, you all have some new tricks, treats, and ways to help them relax, so every day can be the best day ever. Now, let's cue some more videos and photos of your dogs at home.